Okay, so we're going to talk about how we add in second grade when we are solving story problems and what is expected of second graders when it comes to showing their work. So this problem says that Lucy has $7. How many more dollars does she need to have $12 in all? So what's important to note here is that we don't just want to teach students to look for keywords in a word problem or anything like that, because that doesn't always tell us how to solve the problem. So we really want them to think about the problem in context and what they can do to solve it and what makes sense to them. So the first thing I would have my students do is think about what equation matches this problem. So they think about the beginning, the middle, and the end of the problem and see which parts do we not know. So we say, what's going on in this problem? And they would say, well, Lucy has some money and she needs more money. Exactly. So then what do we know? What information does this problem give us? Well, it gives us that she has $7 and that's it. Then she needs to have $12. So what is it asking us? Well, they want to know how many more dollars does she need so that she will then have $12. So this kind of thinking helps students contextualize and just think of the concepts that are needed to be understood here in order to solve the problem and move forward. So instead of just seeing two numbers and thinking, I'm going to add them together, they then understand that the equation should actually be set up like this: 7 plus something. So I usually just tell my students they can put an X there. In first grade, they learned just to put a box or a question mark. Then she will have $12 in the end. So the X is what we're solving for. And then students have a choice as to how they understand how to solve this problem. They could draw a picture. So they might draw something like this. Where they draw 7, and then they know that she needs $12 total, sorry. And so then they might continue on and just until there are 12 here total. So now they see, okay, I just did 5 more, and I see that that equals 12 total. So this is definitely an acceptable answer, an acceptable way to show their thinking, absolutely. But eventually we want them to move away from just having to draw out these pictures one by one like that. We want them to think about other strategies. For example, a number line is a way they can model their thinking. And starting at 7, well, I know that I need to get to 12, and I know I need to know how many more is needed. So then this is really where our strategies come in, where they can say, well, I know I can make a 10 by adding 3 to 7. And then I know I can count on 2 more to get to 12. And then there's my answer, 3 plus 2, which equals 5. She needs $5 more. So as much as this up here is acceptable, we want to eventually have our students get to what I just did below.